Sam's story, entitled Pits and Valleys, chronicles her experience with a variety of mental illnesses. And despite being quite young, she's exceptionally brave in sharing her story, because I guarantee you there are a lot of people out there that have gone through similar circumstances. She talks about experimentation and drug usage as a way to help deal with the thoughts that are going through her mind. And her Instagram handle is Thoughts of a Damaged Mind. And it's really quite telling, because she talks about how through her experimentation and a summer of sort of self-discovery, she saw a different version of herself, something that was beyond the issues that she was facing internally, something that she could become. But when she returned from this summer, her depression and her eating issues and a whole bunch of other things sort of came back. And I can really relate to the story, because I find that my mental health goes up and down. And in the past, my ups and downs have been a lot longer. I would be up for quite a while and then I'll be down for quite a while. And when I was down, I was very down. So this idea of being up and down with mental health, but seeing what you can become and then coming back and forth, and this whole process really hits home for me, because, I think we all go up and down, but for those of us with issues of mental health, those highs and lows can be quite extreme and overwhelming. And she talks about not wanting to end it, but also struggling to cope and turning to alcohol and weed and pills and a whole bunch of other stuff to try and cope. And, it's a common coping strategy to deal with. People will go to substances because it helps take them away and out of their mind. Now, personally, I like to look at approaches that are more sustainable in the long term. Drug use and alcohol use, they may help in the short term to keep you alive, but long term, it's just not sustainable. So for me personally, I look towards meditation and exercise and seeing a psychologist to talk through my feelings, and obviously writing. But I'm not going to judge anyone for the way that they cope, because if you go through trauma and you survive, there's however you can is more important than, it's more important to survive and get through and then recover, in my mind. But obviously I lean towards a more sustainable methods of recovery where possible. But with that in mind, I really appreciate you sharing your story, because many people, particularly young people, don't have that many people that they can talk to or share or read about, because despite the progression that we've made, there's still a massive stigma about sharing people's stories and mental illness in general. It's getting better, but there needs to be more progress. So thank you once again. And for anyone listening, if you want to share your story, please contact me at zachary-phillips.com/share-your-story. And from there, you'll be able to read everyone's stories, but also potentially submit your own. And it can be about mental health and mental illness or anything like that, but it can also be about anything that would show people a different aspect of life, a hobby, a workplace, a holiday, anything that, unless you live that experience, you wouldn't know what it's like. So, yeah, thank you.